Hey, what's going on, guys? Adam here, and welcome to the channel. I hope everyone had a safe and happy holidays, and we are back to our regularly scheduled programming. In this video, we're looking at Coinbase, which is one of the biggest fully regulated cryptocurrency exchanges out there. I reviewed a lot of cryptocurrency holding services, but now I want to start reviewing the best places to actually buy them. So here we are. We'll take a look at an overview of the company and exchange, then we'll talk about some key considerations, and at the end, I'll give you the verdict on when you might want to use it. I'll also quickly compare it to other ways to buy cryptocurrency. If you want to check it out, I put a link in the description where you can earn $10 of Bitcoin after trading $100 of any crypto. That's an easy 10% ROI right off the bat. All right, let's get into it. Coinbase was founded in 2012, and it's one of the largest cryptocurrency exchanges that is fully regulated. You can buy and sell over 20 pairs of cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin. The user experience is pretty smooth on both the mobile app and the website, and most things that you'll need to do are very intuitive. The buying process is extremely quick, as well as when you go to transfer it out, maybe to another service like Celsius or BlockFi or to a separate wallet. You can link Coinbase to your bank account with Plaid in about 2 minutes. Then you can buy your cryptocurrency and have it available to instantly transfer out. They take all sorts of payment options like bank transfer, credit cards, and debit cards. The fee structure is a little complicated, but it's pretty fair compared to other exchanges. They take a small portion of the total transaction and a flat fixed fee, and whichever one is higher, they'll take that as their fee. Coinbase also has a totally separate but still partnered app called Coinbase Wallet that lets you manage your own wallets as well as use decentralized apps. These are extremely powerful that open the doors to other crypto, but it is more of an advanced move, so if you're just getting started, don't worry about it. All you need to know is that Coinbase Exchange gives you seamless access to Coinbase Wallet, which will let you dive deeper into the crypto world if you want. As great as everything sounds, there are a few considerations to think about. First, cryptocurrency is still relatively unstable. Now, to be fair, it's not as bad as it was a couple years ago, but it's still pretty unstable. Like Bitcoin almost tripling from $13,000 to $36,000 in the last 2 months. But you could also say that about some stocks. It could easily do the opposite of that, so just be careful with the money that you put in. There are other cryptocurrencies called stablecoins which anchor themselves to the price of fiat currency. So for example, one USD coin is always going to be worth $1 US. So these could be used to stabilize your investment. These also have really high APYs in Celsius at 10.5% and BlockFi at 8.6%. So these could be a good place to park some cash. Digital currencies are insured, but not for individual accounts. So if your personal account gets phished, for example, you're out of luck. But if Coinbase servers get hacked, that's where the insurance kicks in. Not thrilled about relying on that, but since ideally you have instant transfers and you're holding your cryptocurrency in a safer place, this should have a pretty small chance of actually affecting you. I highly recommend transferring your cryptocurrencies out of Coinbase to a cryptocurrency interest account like Celsius or BlockFi because they are safer and you'll be earning interest on them. Check out my video on both of these if you want to learn more. Honestly, I'd keep my crypto anywhere else. Like even a cold wallet would be better, and I'll give you more reasons in a sec. The USD wallet is FDIC insured up to $250,000, which is pretty unique for cryptocurrency exchanges. I mean, I'll take it, but there's not really a good reason to keep money in that USD wallet when you can instantly buy cryptocurrencies, instantly transferring from your bank account and not having to hold it in there. It's really only for wire transfers, and you'd only use it if you're a heavy crypto trader. Another thing to keep in mind is not your wallet, not your coin applies here. The wallets are under Coinbase's control, so they can freeze them if they deem necessary, and they have done this in the past. This is another reason to transfer your crypto immediately out to Celsius, BlockFi, or a cold wallet. Your funds will be a lot more accessible that way. Coinbase's support is apparently pretty bad with slow response times and lack of resolutions. They have a Better Business Bureau rating of D- with over 1,000 complaints, mostly related to fund lockups and restrictions. Now, a lot of these seem to be getting resolved, but it's still not a great reflection on the company. Now, I've personally never had an issue with them because, I'm not a frequent crypto trader, but Obviously, a lot of other people have. This is yet another reason to transfer your crypto out to something like Celsius or BlockFi, or even a cold wallet, or literally anywhere else. All right, so here's the verdict. There are 4 cases where you might want to use BlockFi. First is if you're totally new to cryptocurrency and want to get your foot in the door, or if you just want a simple, easy to use interface. Coinbase, in my opinion, is one of the most user-friendly exchanges, and it's perfect for an occasional crypto buyer like me. Second is if you want to be able to transfer out your crypto immediately instead of waiting the usual 3 to 4 days. You can buy crypto and immediately transfer it to a service like Celsius or BlockFi, or even just like a friend's cold wallet. It's just nice being able to do something with it instantly. Third is if you're looking for a specific cryptocurrency that only they offer. Not all exchanges let you trade all of the same cryptocurrencies, so you might have to use Coinbase to get the one that you want. And this also applies to other exchanges. For example, I was looking for a cryptocurrency that was not on Coinbase, so I had to use Gemini instead. Fourth is if you want to diversify your transactions across multiple exchanges. So for example, if you use Gemini a lot and you want to diversify, you can also use Coinbase. And this also works vice versa. Coinbase actually has limits on how much you can buy and sell, so you might have to use a different cryptocurrency exchange if you want to work around that. The limits are actually pretty high, so you probably won't need to worry about that unless you're a trader. My honest opinion about Coinbase is that it is a quick, easy way to buy and sell crypto, and is my preferred way to do it. Just be aware of the issues such as frozen accounts, as well as the issues overall with cryptocurrencies. Real quick, let's compare Coinbase to other ways to buy cryptocurrency. Gemini is another very popular exchange that I use, and we'll also take a look at Cash App. You can't transfer cryptocurrencies you buy out of Robinhood, Webull, and PayPal yet, so I would not recommend using these unless you really, really want to. The buy process for Gemini is actually very similar to Coinbase. It maybe is a little bit more intuitive. It actually feels a lot like Robinhood. The main difference here is that you cannot transfer it out immediately. It's still solid though. If you only care about Bitcoin, Cash App is actually a really easy way to buy some. Very similar UI to both Gemini and Robinhood. Again, you can only buy Bitcoin with Cash App, but like Coinbase, you can transfer it out instantly. There are plenty of other exchanges and ways to buy crypto, but these are just the ways that I prefer to do it. So that's it. There's my honest review of Coinbase and some other options to compare it against. I hope this video helps you decide if you want to use Coinbase or not. If you do, feel free to use the link in the description. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Oh, and one last thing. Zeke wanted to come say hi. Look at the camera, buddy. Say hi. Say hi to everyone. Good boy. All right, now I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.